The George C. Marshall Foundation's running and sponsoring the George C. Marshall Awards and Leadership Seminar for our top cadets across our country is one of the most vital and important programs before these young cadets pin on their gold bars of second lieutenants and become leaders in our Army. We have a fantastic group of cadre that come in and teach. We have real combat veterans just returning from the war, non-commissioned officers and former platoon leaders who sit down in small group sessions and talk and exchange with our cadets what it's going to be like for them as soon as they go out into their units and become platoon leaders and leaders in our Army. And it's really an opportunity for the best and brightest of our ROTC program, some 270 of these great cadets, top in their class, top in leadership, to not only learn from our combat veterans, but it gives them a chance to learn from each other, to be able to share different experiences, ask different questions of expectations, all of it part of the learning and growing process for these future leaders in our Army. It's one of the best leadership programs that I've been associated with in and out of uniform some 40 years now.
It's been 30 years since I came to the seminar in 1982, and I didn't really know what the seminar or the award was about. I just was told you'd come on down to Lexington and go to the VMI and see what it's like. Having no idea what VMI was like or what the conference would be like. The caliber of, as they stated back then, the galaxy of generals that came and spoke to us were amazing. I've reflected on the talks that they gave us throughout my career, both in my civilian life and my military career. And then the discussion through the round table. At that time we only did one round table, which was on China, and I realized that I needed to learn a lot more about China and continue to study on that area for the rest of my career. Oftentimes I've come back to VMI, gone back to the Marshall Museum to reflect on things, learn more about Marshall, and that's made a big difference in my career in the civilian world and in the military world. When I look back at my college career, the Marshall Award was really probably one of the top 5 experiences I had in my college education, and I wouldn't trade it for anything.
I remember the guest speakers when I was at this awards event. General Keane was speaking to us, and I remember the things that he talked about over the lunch, and how his heroes were the soldiers that he'd served with and soldiers that he remembered and all the great things he did, and that's what he put his stock in the Army, in the people, and that always stuck with me, that the people were the most important part. I think this National Security Seminar really helped me to think as a strategic person, to broaden my horizon to beyond just what an infantry lieutenant or an engineer officer should know, and really think strategically about the world around me, and open my eyes to that level of understanding, to figure out how the world really ticks, what makes this place run, and how we as officers, just one small part in that big strategic picture, but how we can help to change things and shape things at a strategic level, no matter where we are in our career. So that I thank the seminar for. It really made me a better strategic thinker, and that's how I look at the world now.
I had no idea 28 years ago how important this award would be to my career. I had no idea. I wish I did. I hope you do. I looked at this book again, and I looked at all the names in the book in 1982 when I was here in April. 5 of the people in this book are now general officers. 5, just out of this. None of us knew that we would be here. I certainly wouldn't have told you then that I'd be here before you today. There's no way. There's no way I would tell you that. I think that's remarkable. Somebody saw something in me that I didn't even know I had. They see the same thing in you. That's why you're here. I assure you, several of you are going to be senior leaders in our Army, and many of you will be general officers.